Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Hope you're doing very well. We're here at Atlanta, the new Orbx airport. So a special preview for today as well. So it's going to be out fairly soon, hopefully by the end of the month. And we're going to effectively spend probably about 20-30 minutes today just exploring what this scenery has to offer, so that you guys can decide whether or not this is for you. Hit like, hit subscribe as always if you're new to the channel. Welcome on board. And who we got in the live chat? Airport first. There's a lot of detail from the team at Orbx that we're going to kind of dive into, including these animated trains. Zato could see Jay as well in his neck of the woods today. Very exciting. It's been a long time since we've been in the US, to be fair. So the trains are all animated. We've got a bigger one there as well, which we shall look at. What else have we got down here? Got a whole load of animated people. It goes without saying, of course, this is a preview version. So some of the features that we might notice today throughout this video, or this live stream, may change prior to its release. We're quite far out already. We've got some nice bits of detail. I've not actually explored any of this. Is that 3D? Yeah, it is. Autopilot, welcome. Badger, good to see you. Ian, yeah. Got GFX. I mean, that's a weird looking animation there. Look. Strange. Let's look at this train station, shall we, before we venture deeper into the airport. Night Shadow, good morning. Let's go in here. There we go. So this is kind of like one of the main stations that's featured, really. Looks pretty cool. The animations in themselves are quite good. A couple of little stuttery bits as it's loading stuff. It's a bit not unstable. I'm trying to think of the right word to use to describe it, really, to be fair. Flight Sim Pilot. Have you tried the double, the different modes inside Sim App Pro? Look how good this looks. It'd be cool if the doors opened. We are expecting a train. How you doing, Nighthawk? So that's going to shoot out the station. And off it goes. And pretty quickly there'll be another one that'll be inbound as well. But we can then, with this horrible weather above Atlanta at the moment, we've got TriTriSim's latest GFX that are updated today. We'll check that out today. But we get to get ourselves under the cover here to go and explore a little bit more of the departures lounge and stuff like that. So we've got, again, like these weird stuttery people. But then really smooth animation from this guy in the green jacket. And then if you look over here, they've not quite placed this guy properly, because he's like Jesus, all flickering textures on the roof. But you zoom out, look, and then it's like, oh yeah, okay, brilliant. I think he's supposed to be on that bridge there, but I'm not entirely sure. I think they've plonked him there and actually forgot that he's there, if I'm honest. But yeah, it does take a bit to load in. And there's a lot going on. And this is just the forecourt, as you can see. When you look at the doors, though, these are really, really pixelated, which is not that great. Oh, that looks really nasty, doesn't it? It's like properly like 144p. What we're doing performance-wise, I'm sitting quite happily at 60 frames per second, though. It's just, I think, the way they've coded these passengers. They're not quite loading the animations in correctly. It's nice to see that the forecourt's animated, although that guy's just driven straight through all of the parked cars. I'm sure before release that would just be a quick fix for them as well. It's got to be. You just move the animation to the other lane, right? He hopes. I've got no idea what the price of this is going to be, nor release date or anything. Let's pop inside, see what we've got. We've got an interior? No. We've got any interior? Doesn't look like it. Oh, let's zip on out a little bit further up here. We've got lots of little things like these animated, which are quite cool, as you can see. And the airport is really vast. Oh, I've got special Southwest livery over there, looking nice. We've got 2 runways over there, 2 more on the left, and then we've got all of these different kind of concourses and things. We'll reach out across the whole airport to have a look at some of those as well. Naturally, I just wanted to have a little explore of this bit first. We're parked just below where my camera is now. Classic JetSim pilot, welcome to you. Got the south side parking as well. Look at the parking facilities. And if you look, there is a car animated inside the car park driving about as well. Doing the rounds, trying to find a bay. There's a lot to look about and kind of enjoy. Lots of flickering textures on those roof areas, as you can see. And some people randomly sat outside the building there. Probably not. I did wonder actually. I mean, I love the apron textures because they're really baked on old kind of tarmacy concrete blocks. Look, lots of oil stains. It's a bit blurry, even until you get about here, but that's typically an issue anyway with a lot of sim update. MSFS 2024 sceneries, unfortunately, they're all a little bit washed out. It looks to be an interior of some sort. It's a very, very basic interior, this. You'll be able to tell us if this is what it looks like in real life, Centuria. Some of you have used this airport quite a lot in the past. Very pixelated there, Christ. And same with the roof, look, that roof is 2D, very pixelated. Unfortunately. The custom jetties look great, and then you've got these little matrix signs which look really cool. So what are these guys sitting outside here for? Let's see. Should there be an interior? I think they're supposed to be sat on these seats here, along with everyone else. I've had a little work done on the concourse. The glass textures look pretty decent. Oh, we've got a bit of smashed window glass there. You've got the ramp agents here, look, moving stuff around, so there's a lot of animations dotted around. Shall we see if they've modelled? We'll go to this concourse here and we'll see what they've got. It looks great from the outside though, doesn't it, look? Which is, let's face it, that's like the main thing. I'm never too fussed about the interior, but where you've got animations and things, it does stand out, so you do want to focus on some good quality animations there, naturally. Good LODs so far. Look, we're away from the other building and it's still loading in vehicle animations and things. And then we've got a bit of a bland looking interior. What did that say? That's been made with AI, hasn't it? Very low res again. That looks AI generated. Look at the text. I really dislike AI generated stuff in scenery. We carry and United A free check bag. Yeah, that's AI generated as well. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame. It looks like they've got no interior at all, actually, beyond like a very basic thing that you can physically see as you get to the terminal when you're parking in the jet. You plonk in here, look, there we go. So yeah, they sectioned it off so you can see the gate rooms, but nothing else. And actually, they're all repeated. So all of these screens have got the same. Where'd it go? It must be this wall here. They've all got the same smashed glass on the TV. But that's very specific, so it looks mega repetitive, doesn't it? And these AI signs are everywhere. Super low resolution there. I think if they're going to put bits in around the area you're going to want to explore, then absolutely these should be higher quality. What do you guys think in the chat? I mean, even this looks like it's AI generated, to be honest. Because of this this yellow bit here, look. I don't know. Afternoon, Ian. Got lots of like vehicle traffic though. A lot of life dotted about. There's MPS parked up, I think, in his FS Labs. Yeah, I do like the apron area. I think that looks quite cool. The big one's going to be if the tower's any good, of course. The building structure externally looks really good. There's a crossing point. Vehicles are animated to cross over them as well, which is really cool. Oh, hello. Where's he come from? It's come from underneath, look, in the baggage centre, which isn't modelled. But there's a lot going on, isn't there? Look, it's busy. Let's pick one of these other concourses here. So this one here looks a little different, right? Yeah, it's very disappointing to see AI. That's just lazy. Have any of you seen any other previews of this recently, and what were the general thoughts from those streams? Again, another repetitive Delta Lounge. Fair enough. Let's go further out towards the international area. So we'll focus on the tower first. Oh, hello, cheeky. I was about to say, I don't know if they've got them rendered in, but just a LOD thing there, waiting for that to load, no issue. Flight time today, by the way, to the new MKStudios Fort Lauderdale is about 1 hour 20. It's not long at all. I wanted to spend a bit of time on the ground here before we departed, checking this out without rushing. And nice 777-300ER down there. And then when we get to Fort Lauderdale, again, equally, I want to kind of give it a bit of time just to see. Look how vast that airport is there. Look at that. It does look great, doesn't it, from here? Doesn't look like there's an air traffic control interior, which does disappoint me, because whilst I'm not ever really particularly bothered about interiors of the buildings, massively, when they're there I like to see them done properly, but I do really like to see tower interiors. You got all of the airport life there buzzing about, which looks quite cool. Pilot simulation, welcome. No worries, no, I appreciate it's mega late for you. Cool, right, international terminal then, where British Airways, etc. will park. Let's pop in. So from the outside, you've got like a nice bit of detail again. And another AI sign. And this staircase, look, it's just been plonked. It kind of like blends into the black wall that they've put in. What we got here? Bit stuttery. There's another AI side. Oh Christ, that's AI as well. Look at the state of that. Surely it's just as quick doing it yourself custom when you're trying to like fiddle around with the prompts and make AI do the right thing. That glass there is really bad. Look at that, Jesus. Oof. Yeah, we'll have a look at the cargo and the ramp. I'll just quickly punch inside. Again, there's no interior, look for check-in, etc. So it is all externals and things. Where is the... So this is the cargo ramp, right? You can guide me in the right direction, Centurio. It's like, quick, he's coming, load. Load everything! The sign, yeah, the signs are a bit shameful. It's interesting. I got confused as well because I effectively had to sign a document with Orbx, and I was like, "Well, can I show it now? Can I not? I'm not really sure." And they were like, "No, if you've signed it, you can." But it was a bit confusing. I didn't really understand the point of it. Oh, it's very slow to load everything. This is partly why I decided to depart Atlanta, not arrive at Atlanta, because it just gives the sim a bit more of a chance to load everything properly. The massive Delta facility. The terraforming looks good. Ooh, where would that be, Canadian Flight Simmer? I don't think there's an interior. Something else hasn't loaded quite right there. With that guy just floating. Ah, boo. I have to get my bearings. What side am I on now? I have no idea. 28. Okay, so I am on the north side. Deserts. Fuel farm. Here's the cargo ramp. Found it! Nice to see a custom fire truck for the old water ferries. Here's the cargo ramp. I think I overestimated how long this was going to take. But now I've got to find the FBO. I can't see. There's the 747, and they've not modelled it in. can see the FBO. Indy's going absolutely wild. Let me get closer because it might just go bink and load. Ah, I feel like it's like a basic, like such a key thing that people would look for, right? If you know the airport well, to put in. I mean, bearing in mind this isn't out yet, it may well be that it does get put in the future. Yeah, what did all the other previews so far say? Look how great this is, everyone. Was it not? And instead we found AI signs and like key bits that people would want to see, not even modelled. Real shame. Here's your FBO, Centurio. Jay, the two I saw were that way, as in like stupidly positive. This is the problem I have. Nice, Centurio's in the Phenom. Signature FBO looks decent though. But yeah, don't forget there's a free Atlanta that's included in the sim, isn't there? Yeah, yeah, Jay, that's the problem I have, right, with a lot of creators these days, are just pouring on the glitz and the polish just to try and keep getting free stuff. And it does my head in. Because it's a question of integrity, right? Okay, night time. Rob says they did say the museum will be there on release. Cool, well, we'll have to hold them to that, naturally. Oh, the sign there, the Delta hangar looks immense. Look at that. The runway stop guards look quite good as well, don't they? Look very clear with the red bar lights. And they're in the correct directions as well. Yeah, the Fly Delta Jet sign looks amazing. The purple tower looks really great as well, doesn't it? Look, the little illumination, the lighting there. Let's speed up the camera. And then we've got inside the terminal there, look. Ah, bugger. Wrong button. Little bit of lighting. All of these look exactly the same. They're a mirror of each other, so we won't, as they say, kick the arse out of it by checking all of them, because every single one of those little gate rooms is a copy and paste. That looks cool. Look at this. That's very busy, isn't it? Crikey. The lighting over the domestic parking drop-off area looks immense. Yeah, night looks really great. Different scenery at night, isn't it? But again, no interior. There goes one of the Ospreys. There's me, the right hand side. Little Spirit. RIP. David, good afternoon. Did my first ever sweatbox session today. As a tower controller with VATSIM, Sub-Saharan Africa. I mean, this here looks pretty epic, look, doesn't it? Look at that. Jeepers. That's cool. I'd love to see a bit of the scenery, like the interior models. VFR's fun, yeah. It's a bit of a tricky one though, isn't it? Because you've got to balance a lot. Let's go underneath the train station and stuff. We'll go through this. Look at that! Wow. There's another floating person, look, top right. Here's the beast. Here's our steed for the day. There she is. Let's reset the weather to live time. Blink. And we'll dive into the jet to prep for our flight today. Yeah, nighttime looks so good, doesn't it? It looks really nice. It's a shame about a lot of the rest of it. Let's get the... We've got 4 minutes to push back. Yes. Right. Seatbelt signs can go on. Where are we at? So, 1191 for the CTAF. Lovely. 7235 is already set. And then on the charts then. So, short taxi. We're going to head down Concourse Tango, ramp 1, out at 1 Sierra, 1 South, turning right Lima, left Whiskey to hold at Lima, runway 9 and left. Actually, that is Lima. So just, yeah, out ramp 1, right Lima, hold Lima, 9 left, departing east on the Smoltz 3. So initially 095 degrees, and then after a very short climb, turning inbound direct Grits. And then southbound, Eisman, Trophy, Smoltz, and then transition of Wallet. Initial climb tops 10,000 feet, and then routing southbound all the way to Fort Lauderdale. And we've got a whole load of weather. As you can see, we've got low vis IFR conditions, 2.5 statutory miles visibility and light drizzle and mist, overcast 400 feet. Winds 120 at 5, so a little bit of a tiny crosswind for us as well to play with, but that'll be no sweat at all in this. Yeah, the AI bits I really am not a fan of. That's all in the box, ready to go, and I've used GSX to load the aircraft. Slow time. So I'll send that now to the MCDU. And that should now give us our init fuel prediction page. Jolly good. Right, performance. I think while I do that, just reach up onto my wing flex overhead and start the APU. So runway surface is going to be wet. Optimum. Packs on. Weather. Calculate. The Fenix calculator always says, oh yeah, flaps 2. It does my head in. We'll do flaps 1. I don't think I've ever had it output a flap 1 configuration, ever. I need to sort that calculator out. Right, so there we go, that's all good. Thrust reduction is going to be 1,500 feet above. QNH, well the altimeter is 3009er, that's all set, that's all good. 10,000 set. Constraints. Wait for that APU to fire up. And I've got TriTriSim's GFX today, by the way. So we're going to get all of these amazing water effects and all sorts going on. Look at that. Very cool. APU's available. Let's bleed. Prepare for pushback and departure. Start to power off.
Atlanta traffic, Frontier 227 recognize traffic on Lima. We will hold until traffic on Lima has cleared.
Cool, so we're going to be using all of this. Wipers, the whole shebang.
Departure check is completed. Bypass
I do like the apron textures, that's the main bit, and the experience you have here when you're moving about the airfield is quite nice, very immersive.
Traffic there, Lima, frontier 272 taxi.
Have I started New Sky? Yes. Double check that. I've got VRAS installed for today as well. Let's get rid of the music for a second, because it's time to kick the tyres and light the fires. As I said again, it's a real short journey today. One sector wonder. Oh crikey. Nose left, tail right, isn't it, for this one to face south? Let's find out. Beacon lights on. Chrono run. Atlanta traffic. Spirit Wings 165 set on Bay Tango 11. Odometer 3009. Push start face south. Start break off. Just throwing my phone and everything everywhere. Still getting used to all my layout, my new hardware. It's an absolute mess. What the heck? Some wild GSX auto pushback going on. Ignition mode start. Engine 1. A couple of custom views for today, just so we can try and really look at those GFX. And now we're moving, let's see what performance is doing. All 56 frames per second. Thanks, parking brake set.
Atlanta traffic was by right, line up runway, fuel line left, for Sierra Mike, Lima, Tango, Zulu 3 departure.
That's set. Look at this weather. We've got the IAEs today powering the jet, so a little slower for engine start. Engine 2 starts. Yeah, the VFR definitely takes time to learn. I had a load of helicopters and stuff as well, which you don't ever really get much exposure to in the sim at all. Not particularly a popular thing on VATSIM, is it? But it's stuff you have to know, so they feed that in.
Atlanta traffic was by 59, takeoff.
We should see behind the wheels and stuff. Where's it going to be?
Sierra Mike, Lima, Tango, Zulu 3 departure.
We should get to see like some effects on the ground. As we start to splash away, everyone's pushing and starting. Lovely. So, engines 1 and 2 look stable. Ignition mode norm. Ground spoilers armed. Rudder trim reset 0. Flaps 1. Water brake max. Flight controls. Just looking at my estimated fuel on board there of 2.8. What's my Simbury plan meant to say? Oh, hold on. It's not loaded enough fuel for me.
Atlanta traffic, frontier 227 has traffic
Planned
inbound,
in tanks.
but not on frequency at this time.
Atlanta traffic Osprey Fahrenheit at 3,000 feet, climbing for flight level 370 Osprey Fahrenheit, Atlantic test.
How the hell do I force this back in? Is it going to let me? I don't think so.
Atlanta traffic.
So there's an issue there with the Fenix and the GSX by the looks of it, because it's just buggered my fueling up.
9 left via Lima, Atlanta.
Atlanta traffic, caution, F227 recognizes traffic inbound for 9 left, no flight time filed at all, nothing from the emergency traffic.
Can you change it in here? Probably not. God, that's mega annoying. Oh well, we'll send it. Just means we can't divert anywhere, and I'm gonna get no doubt hit with a penalty on New Sky for it as well. Let's be super efficient and get the APU switched off then, if that's gonna scupper us. It's like 1,000 kilos difference.
Atlanta traffic, Frontier 27, my apologies, I will not line up for departure. I don't know if this is a plane condition, so I'd rather send my weekly armor line.
What can we do about the fuel issue? Is there something we can do before departure, do you guys think? En route burn 3839. So we have got enough. Atlanta traffic, Spirit Wings 165's taxiing, ramp 1, concourse Tango, out 1 south, right Lima to hold short, 9 left, behind the Delta. That's 757 by the looks of it.
Atlanta traffic visual of inbound aircraft. I'm going to line up an immediate departure for runway 9 left. Atlanta traffic, upgrade the 777-300, still all the way down track.
And Atlanta traffic, Delta 1334, taxi from 1 south to 9 left, standard taxi, holding 1 lane. Atlanta traffic.
Give way to him. God, look how bad the visibility is.
Atlanta traffic, Frontier 27, immediate departure.
Atlanta traffic, southwest 3363, lining up 9 left, Atlanta.
I'm going to put that in just to smooth that out a little bit, because what I don't want is to use too much energy and fuel whilst we are departing, given our fuel situation today.
Frontier 7 clear, runway 9 left. 550.
Oh yeah, I've got the switch for that, haven't I? They think they've got an update coming soon, Phoenix, that actually has that working, because they used to have it working in the past.
Atlanta traffic Osprey 2472, pushing back stand Tango Stream, facing to the south. Atlanta traffic.
I should have checked fuel before we pushed back, shouldn't I, really? Rookie mistake. I trusted it loaded it correctly automatically for me. It's a hell of a difference though. 1,500 kilos left. It's not even close.
Atlanta traffic southwest 3363, taking off 9 left. Atlanta.
The concrete there looks brilliant, doesn't it? Look.
1334 lining up behind departing traffic. Will hold for traffic downfield across runway 9 left, South Atlanta.
Massive rolling resistance. It's a shame there's no like option in here to do like urgent refuel. But I suppose you'd have to go back to stand, park, get fueled, then push again, which I probably should have done. Time 30 seconds for him to roll before we line up. Before we start rolling, at least. That'll be about a minute.
Traffic southwest 3363.
Nah, flight supply, we're going to send it.
Passing 2,800 feet.
We've got enough fuel, we're just going to get hit with a low fuel penalty at the end of the flight today. It'll be fine. Take off memos, no blue. Okay, TCAS TARA, holding at the hold point. Part brake set. He's rolling. Atlanta traffic, Spirit Wings 165's lining up via Lima 09 left behind the departing Delta. Atlanta. Runway turn off lights, strobe lights on, parking brake off. I'm using a lot of power just to get us rolling here.
Approaching 09 left.
I can't see a ruddy thing, look. Oh, that's the Delta Airborne.
Atlanta traffic Osprey 2.72, taxi into runway 09 left.
On
the apron
runway
and
09 left.
Atlanta traffic.
Mega. Bit of a crosswind.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 1334, clear runway 09 left, passing 3,000 feet, Volt 3, final call Atlanta.
And Atlanta traffic, Spirit Wings 165's taken off runway 09 left, Smolts through 3 departure, wallet transaction. John, welcome. GFX is fired up. Look at those effects. Brakes off. Very little sound outside in the cockpit, so in the cabin area. Well, 100 knots. Power set. V1. Totes. Positive right. Gear up. Look at those strakes there. You see it on the outside? You can, just about. Let's get autopilot one engaged. Look at those wing textures there, the little clouds. Wowzers. Yeah, see, that looks great, doesn't it? That's better. Look, you get sounds inside. Look how amazing that looks. GFX is brilliant. Let's get rid of the ruddy thingy. Just leave a climb. TCAS is on standby. I thought, pretty sure I put it on. Yeah. Mode Charlie was off. Couldn't quite see that. Silly me. Flaps up. Ground spoilers disarmed. Now we're getting sounds from the flaps. We'll look for hopefully a little bit of cloud density because it will give you Atlanta traffic, Spirit Wings 165's airborne 3,500 feet. Oh, cool. That's disarmed, flap 0, that's all good, that's all set. Yeah, we'll go through some of these bits of cloud hopefully. We'll see the density being affected. It's very cool. Keep an eye on that estimated fuel on board figure. Let's see, we're going to go through any cloud. Subaru, it's TriTriSim GFX. The link's in the description for the live stream today. You'll be able to basically just click it, it'll take you straight to the web page. It's $19.99. Really great effects though. It's the little things as well, so that what they've modelled in for TriTriSim's GFX. If you go through like all this cloud here, depending on the density of the cloud would depend on how the cloud interacts with the wing. So in real life you can sit there and go through dense cloud and you can basically not see the wingtip anymore. You see that, you see the aircraft cut through the cloud rather than it bubble around it, which is like simple things that they should have got right in MSFS by default. Let's get those lights switched off, seatbelt signs off, we'll keep her going. 37. I'm actually going to look and see what my most optimum flight level is going to be today as well. 37, good. They've also redone the contrails, which hopefully we may see today. With negligible performance impact in the sim. French Toast, welcome. Jack, well you install it, then you have to go up here into your menu and click the icon, and then you have to put your serial number into it, and then it unlocks, and you get all of this stuff here. Yeah, Ed, welcome. It is worth it. It's brilliant, I think. Worth every penny. I haven't been sent it for free either, by the way. I purchased it myself because I'd heard how good it was, and I wanted to see for myself because they weren't sending out any content creator stuff. I thought, well, let me test it because a lot of people seem to be buying it. I want to be able to see if you folks have, if it's worth spending your money on it or not. It is baking in this room, Christ. PC's kicking out so much heat. Has that solved it for you, Jack? Landing lights are off, seatbelt signs are off, 37's sat, ready to go. Let's go external for a bit. French Toast, no, I'm not sure. I think it's only for MSFS 2024, mate. A lot of developers now are just ditching MSFS 2020. I mean, don't forget, it's 7 years old now. Spirit, of course, are no longer flying the skies of America, having gone bankrupt. Good. Enjoy the effects, Jack. The link for this livery as well, by the way, is in the description. So if you want to get this specific livery from Spirit, it's made by Silky Smooth, one of the Hughes creators who's made our A350 livery for Osprey Airways as well, then you can click that to get your hands on it, to keep things super easy for you. Oh yeah, blast from the very recent past. This is going to give me as well opportunity to try and refine my landing skills with my Wind Control Ursa Minor joystick, my Airbus joystick from them, with the A321, because it's not smooth at all. I've been getting some absolute smackdown landings. David, yeah, I haven't used my Moses stick now for a couple of weeks. There were a few times where I was flying around with it and you could feel the AB6, because it's a belt-fed force feedback base, you could feel it pulsing for no reason. It was very strange. And basically not a massive fan of it. I actually prefer my Wind Control Ursa stick, which is only 65 quid, as opposed to the Moser force feedback stick, which is what, £500? Something like that. Oh, I've got to change to Unicom. Good old CTAF. It's only been around for a couple of years in America. What I should have done is a single engine taxi as well, just to really help preserve the fuel, but 2.8 tonnes will be enough. We basically can't get around or anything else. The Moser was good in the helicopters, David, interestingly. So when I loaded into like the Huey and the Chinook and things, like the Miltech Chinook, but I think the Huey's a default a helicopter as well, I think, in MSFS 2024. But when I loaded in with those, the vibrations and the pulsing from the force feedback was quite powerful, quite bassy, and it basically shook my entire seat. But I very rarely fly helicopters, so it does wash out somewhat the usability of it. Well, we've got Fort Lauderdale there from Badger in the chat. Much better visibility. Winds are pretty okay as well. What are we landing on actually? I think it's ILS runway 10 left or runway 10 right. Badger's with us today, flying Frontier, the other ultra low cost carrier from the States. There's the Delta 1334. And MPS is airborne in the A321 as well, with the Sharklets and the IAEs. Oh, that's my screenshot. I forgot I took that. So here we got. We've got Ian up ahead. Olatunji, Frontier 227. So I think leading the pack. Oh, Michael's further up. Where has he gone? Where's everyone gone? Yeah, Michael's at the MPS Gaming's at the front of the pack. Followed by Olatunji. Ian as well behind in the 737 MAX 8, great aircraft. Still waiting for that big SP2 update though with the new tablet, aren't we? Jay then in the A321 ahead of me, flying Delta. Myself, Spirit, and then we've got Osprey 550 Jack in the 777-300 behind. We'll be flying that super slow. We've got Luxjet, Centurio flying behind him. Loads flying along today, it's great. And then at Waypoint Heisman, we've got Ian, Osprey 2472, flying in the A321. He's just plopped a screenshot in. Great weather out of Atlanta today. I think that is all of us. Oh, Daniel's there, Osprey 932, I've spotted him on the Echo terminal. Oh, we should have checked out that side as well, actually. See what they'd put in. Can't show you everything. Could be here for hours. Looks like Miami's gone offline as well. My Simbury flight plan, interestingly, has got a diversion of, I think it was Jacksonville. No, Tampa. Yeah, because we fly over it. So our diversion today is Tampa, but in reality we'll get it down. How have you been, Dwell? Hope you're good. There's a lot of contrails up ahead of us. So GFX also puts in loads of different contrails for us. which is pretty cool. You get like much more detail across the skies effectively. They stretch off miles. Crikey, look how fast he's climbed. Carlita, good morning. I think for me, Carlitos, it's more so the design of the actual stick that I don't like as much. The AB6 with the big, because it's a right-handed flight stick, and yes, it's a default connection, so you can ship and change them across to whatever you want. But for me, I think the bit that juts out just protrudes far too much, and I feel like that's a massive design flaw in reality when you. If you're flying a civilian airliner, which is what they're trying to currently market it as an option for, as well as all the fighter stuff, you're going to have it on the left, or in the middle. But the base for me, the force feedback base of the AB6 is too big for it to go in the middle of my Boeing seat. So it can't go there, unfortunately. So it has to go either on the left or on the right. So I put it on the left, and you could put the oh, there's a discontinuity there. Sorted. You could go away and get like like you say there, the A320 flight stick add-on, but when you're spending a couple of £100 to then go out and intentionally have to then go and buy another add-on for it, I struggle with that logic a little bit for myself. But it depends on everyone's budget, isn't it? Because everyone's budget is very different, isn't it? That's the thing. Ed, GFX is in the description for the stream today. I've put a link there for the add-ons that we're using today, and you'll see TriTriSim GFX. It works with most aircraft. It's got a number of them that are listed on their website as officially supported, where all of the graphics, the kind of the cloud effect in the engines and all that sort of stuff, they're all very specifically placed, but they have backup generic ones for things that you might not that you might have installed that it doesn't yet support. But most of the big payware and freeware add-ons are supported by GFX already, which is fantastic. I mean, look how far those contrails reach. They go on for miles. It's a very good add-on. Big fan of GFX. It's cracking. I'm hoping when we descend later we get to go through some of the clouds so I can specifically show you that. It is quite spectacular. Yeah, I've heard very good things about the AB9, Carlito. I was kind of hoping that that's the product I was going to be sent, but I got sent the AB6, which I assume is like the slightly cheaper but newer version, where they've tried to build it and put it in the middle ground of what they offer, maybe. I think you know, you might know a little bit more about it than I do. But the AB9's force feedback base is very different, isn't it? I don't think that's belt fed, so you get a much better force feedback inside of it with its dual motors and a load of other stuff that it's got. Whereas the AB6 has got like a belt that pulses and moves about. Yeah, the AB6 is £400. The AB9 base on its own is £479 without the stick. It is designed more for things like DCS and Star Citizen. It says on their website the AB6 has dual servo motors, 6 Newton meters of peak torque, so about half the amount of torque that the AB9 produces. Jack, have you mounted the msfs 2024 plugin on ElevateX? You can't do it in the sim, you'd have to do it after today's flight. But you should be able to then see us based on like what traffic mode you might have. So I just have VATSIM traffic toggled on effectively, and weather. Let's cruise. Yeah, I mean the Moser AB6 is a very good stick. I do like it, but having compared it against my Wind Control Orion 2 like F15 EX2 HOTAS that I've had for a few years, which I purchased. Yeah, I think I bought it about 2 years ago. The only real difference is the force feedback base underneath. So I think it depends on what you fly more of, what your budget is, and also how your flight deck, your sim room looks, what you've put in it. If you've got stuff like the Next Level Racing Boeing seat, Moser don't support the screw holes under the base of the AB6 don't actually technically fit any parts of the Next Level Racing Boeing seat. So you then have to effectively like bastardize the whole thing. Just do a bit of a DIY job on it. There is a Moser flight base mount, like a metal mount plate that you can get for about 30 odd quid, but they couldn't be certain if it would be compatible with the Next Level Racing Boeing seat, and I haven't checked. I did get it randomly delivered 2 days ago though, out of the blue, so I haven't yet checked, but I do have it. But at the moment, because of the flying I do is all airliner, I'm very much enjoying the Ursa Minor flight stick. I think for it being 65 quid, it's immense value for money. Can we see our fluffy contrails yet? I'm not a fan of the Moser cockpit software either. I think it's very clunky and not very good. Simat Pro's not brilliant, but it's better. Have you tried the mount, Carlito? The metal plate mount that they've got? Or have you not tried that? You've just done a little DIY job? Is our TriTriSim GFX contrails? I do think, like your experience with the AB9, Carlito, I do think would be very different compared to the AB6. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts if you tried both, but a lot of money in it. I wonder how much difference there would be. .5 the wow. I mean, the AB6 is a big unit in itself anyway. Johan, yes, I use Parallel 42 chase plane. Ian, pleased to see the 737-300 on its way. I always like to see them at Leeds Bradford. Definitely sponsor you if CSS don't send you one. I've got access to their current 737, is it the 500? If I'm honest, there are a lot. I think I did I did a review on it recently. I don't know if you saw that review. It is not great. There's a lot of things that they need to fix. So they should probably fix all of that stuff first before then pushing out more model variants. I think they're just busy chasing the coins, so I doubt that will happen anytime soon. They'll just push the variant out with all the same flaws as the current 737 that CSS have released has got. I've used both. Classic Jet Sim Pilot says for the AB6 and the AB9 from Moser. I've used both and own the AB9. Had I never used the AB9, I think I would love the AB6, but the difference in tech and feel is noticeable. The AB9 is much smoother in how it delivers the feedback. Yeah, and I suppose that goes back to my point when we were speaking about the pulsing. The AB6 feels like it pulses, and there's certainly, I don't know if you've experienced this with it, Classic Jet Sim Pilot, but with the AB6, as you get to about halfway for, say, aileron left, it's like it then fights against you, and you've then got to really push past it for the belt or the force feedback system to then release itself. But when it does, it kind of like jumps out of that bit of tension and then quickly kind of gives it you back a little bit, but not fully. It's a strange. It feels strange. I mean, don't get me wrong. In comparison to like when I went to Infinity Simwings at Gatwick and I flew that A320 simulator with the team at Infinity Simwings, which was phenomenally good. The flight stick was really heavy. And I think that's probably where the AB6 it felt quite good, because the force feedback system made the whole yoke, or made the flight stick for the Airbus flying, feel very heavy. The wing control Ursa Minor doesn't give you that. It isn't anywhere near as heavy. Yeah, probably the best way to. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. Jay. Yeah, I've put in my arrival. Z-plan to Tiki 4. Colleagues are nice, interesting. Yeah, I think, and that's the thing. You need the right profile, but it's like where do you stop? Because like MobiFly is needed for so many things now for cross compatibility, or you use SPAD Next or something like that. And for me, it's just all way too confusing. I'm not techie enough for a lot of that sort of stuff. I tried to create a MobiFlight profile the other day for, I can't remember what it was for now, maybe like the Boeing 737 I think, but with all the wing kit that I've got, or the wing control kit that I've got, I just couldn't work it out. I just gave up. It's so confusing, and not all of the kind of LVARs and SIMVARs and things are actually available. No diversions today. Yeah, we should, David. How long would it take though to set up all these profiles for things? Got 3009er. Temperatures 28 degrees Celsius. Oh, it's like the UK. Lovely. Winds 130 at 14. Transition level, flight level 185. It's interesting. It's just 180 in the States. Oh, it's done that. And then we look at the charts quick. So it depends on what runway we get, but we're planning at the moment for the ILS runway 10 right. And we've got bunker, mandatory, radar fix, mandatory 5,000 feet. And it's the start of our final approach effectively, unless we cut in at Beza, at 14 mile final. Which we could probably do, to be fair. But on 10 right, ILS 264. Lovely job. That'll do us. And oh, we could go all the way to that bridge, couldn't we? Oh, there's a bridge on the runway as well. Amazing. Let's hope we do get 10 right then, because that'd be quite cool. I have no idea where Spirit used to park here. But we'll just pick somewhere random. Unless we get ATC online, and they tell us otherwise, of course. Kaliti, are they on flightsim.to? Terminal 4 G gates. Oh, perfect. 10 right would be great for us then. Super short taxi. The Tiki arrival into Fort Lauderdale is an absolute nightmare for you to read as well. Actually, that's interesting. It's not put any of this in. So we've got Z-Plan Tiki 4, which is there. Surely then we should have Isley, Doffy, Clio, Figner, Daspo, Dana, Peacock, Tiki. None of that is loaded in. Bunker Tiki 4, they can't. That's so strange. I wonder I'm slightly offset. Yeah, look, now it's got it in, so for some reason 10 right didn't quite work properly. Just going to go to heading mode for a wee second. And I'm going to change it back to 10 right. Oh, that's just taken 500 kilos of fuel off us. Oh, not good. I'm going to go direct Clio. For sanity purposes, try and get ourselves back on track. We're 2,000 above and below, so we're out of their way. And what are we at there? 2.9 for that rerun. That's good. Where's the guys below us and around us? There we go. Look at that. How far those contrails go back as well. It's amazing. Left the charts on as well. Whoopsie. Yeah, that's why I'm off to your left, Jay. I didn't load the transition. I thought I had. I mean, I did spend about an hour and a half beforehand getting absolutely slammed on a sweatbox, so maybe I've maxed my brain power out for the day. Oh well, that's what we want, so we can scroll through. In my head I thought I'd checked all this prior to the stream and it was all good and in there, so whoopsie. Bounty He's Bunker 5000. I said reset my performance page, it may well have done. Oh, that's all good. Got rid of that though for the minimums, which is okay. 264. About to call a fuel emergency at this rate. Yeah, I think as well, so my trainer, David, showed me the split screen Euroscope thing, where you can have two Euroscope. You can have like radar on 1/3 of your screen, and then you can have your ground SMR on the left hand side, like 2/3. And then you connect the two up via proxy and all this other stuff, so all of the view that I'm used to is very different as well. So I'm trying to kind of get my head around that, create my own flow around all that sort of stuff. And then I had 2 VFR aircraft trying to go, 1 on the downwind leg, 3 heavies on the way in, all separated by about 5 miles on final. And like vectors to final and things, and then they were being handed down to me as tower on approach. And then whilst a PA-28 was in the circuit on the right hand, I then had a helicopter call up to lift, so I had to give a very specific lift at discretion, remain west of the extended centre line, report ready to cross. So they took off and they flew south in towards the downwind leg, about 1 mile away from the PA-28 that was on a downwind. So I should have then noticed him going, right, okay, they're in conflict, let's get the PA-28 to then enter a left-hand orbit, to then deal with the helicopter, get the helicopter out of the way and sequence through a gap on the final, across the extended centre line, between the 2 heavies on final approach, and all this other stuff. And I was like, ah! It was so hard. I was trying to like work it all out in my head. And then I had VFR, someone call up to do VFR circuits, but I think it went well. It's one of those like train hard, fight easy type things, where if you try and train in a much more difficult way, the reality of connecting on the network becomes easier. So it was a good hour and a bit session. I get my head around the little measuring tool on Euroscope on the radar client and stuff as well. It's really good. VATSIM pilot, welcome buddy. Thanks for joining us. Bronze frequent flyer. Christopher, welcome. Have you collected your new bike yet, mate? Very, very nice indeed. My next question is, like, when you say you're going to get it as a training bike, how does that then work for you folks out there in Sweden? Because in the UK, for example, you can buy a 125 maximum capacity, and you can have L plates, but you're very limited as to how you can ride, where you can ride. Like, you can't go on motorways, for example, all that sort of stuff. But I don't know how it works for you over there. Yeah, the next time, so next weekend, I think Saturday at 9Z, my mentor for tower training wants me to connect onto the network for the first time as a tower trainee, so that's going to be exciting. And effectively the focus is going to be like consolidating the VFR stuff, getting my head around all of that. I would imagine he's going to fly in and do some circuits in a plane and all that sort of stuff. But if some of you are free, you are more than welcome to connect in if you want to depart Cape Town, or if you want to depart Cape Town, put me under a bit more pressure. Can you stream with the PMTG 777 or the 737 next time? I will do at some point. I think when we should have a new Osprey Airways Holidays 737-800 livery, I think, unless I've got my liveries confused, but I definitely want to check out the new art update on the 737, but that was going to be the aircraft of choice for today, but I wanted to jump into the A321. Fly a little bit of Spirit Ops. Yeah, Jack, this is intentional now. I've done a direct to Clio basically to try and cut out a little bit of the massive star, so that I can get my fuel plan back to 2.9. Because otherwise I was going to burn an extra 500 kilos of fuel, and I don't have that to burn, unfortunately. Because GSX buggered up my fuel load. Really happy with that. Hold on, what the... Fedder. I'm going to do a direct to Fedder actually. Where's VATSIM radar? Just want to have a look on the scope and see what our sequencing all looks like. Yeah. So I'm going to do a direct to Fedder. I could do direct to Figner. How far to Figner? Yeah, let's do direct Figner. Smashing in the direct 2s here, there we go. So I'm going to cross back over you again now for some good screenshots, obviously. I'm trying to save like 100 kilos of fuel. It did, it loaded kilos, but my Simbury flight plan is kilos. The livery is set to pounds. When I loaded in, it had a pop-up on here saying there's a clash between Simbury's kilos versus the livery set to pounds, so it force changed the aircraft into kilograms, and then I imported all the fuel. But it's loaded it correctly, because in mass and balance, look, plan 7959, which is the correct kilogram figure, but it then only put in 6,400 for some reason. Not good. Figner 310. I mean, these direct 2s are going to hopefully help sequence us a little bit better as well. Don't forget, folks, we can do parallel independent approaches potentially as well. So if I'm going to land on 09, where's it? If I'm going to land on 10 right, someone could configure to land on 10 left. So if we're all in conflict with one another, then there's always the option for that, of course. I know, actually, I just thought, where's that stupid invoice thing that GSX saves? In that new feature they've put in. Where does that go? Because I could look to see what it actually loaded. I reckon it's GSX that's bugged it up. God, where would it live? msfs 2024 add-ons. No. Folder. Was it FSG Team GSX Pro? I have no idea where that little invoice thing goes to. GSX menu down the bottom. Invoice from Alliance Ground. Click to view. Clicked it. Do something. Don't know where it goes. Nothing's loading. Ah, I had to re-enable it. Right. It didn't give me a fuel bill. There's three of us exceptionally bunched up. Fort Lauderdale by MKStudios, by the way, is out now. Yeah, definitely loaded fuel because I clicked it and it was like request fueling and loading. And then I got the pop-up at the top going like 0 gallons and something like that. Very weird. There's definitely a disconnect between GSX and this. Because I think I triggered it in the ground services menu where it pops up saying load boarding, load aircraft, GSX passengers only and GSX fuel and passengers, I think, or something like that, and I clicked the fuel and passengers option. But I probably should have just gone and pressed instant like I usually do. It's my own fault, isn't it? Fuel is the first invoice, got you. Do you know where it saves to? Like, is there like a log that... Oh, I know actually. Is it going to be an app data? App data virtuale, where you put the GSX files. Receipts. Fuel. Aha! Okie dokie. What the heck? It only loaded 3,747 kilograms. That's not even anywhere close to what I requested. Nor what it said in the sim either, actually, because you see the fuel and stuff on the VDGS. God, GSX has done me bad there. I'm not sure how much I had in the tanks, Ian, if I'm honest. Hold on. No, it's the chase plane bug again. I loaded the aircraft and then I set some custom views so I could get all of these sorted out for today. But there's an issue with chase plane's experimental thing in msfs at the moment where, so if I was to set one now, a custom view now, it resets, like hard resets, the Fenix aircraft, and it loads about 6,000 something kilograms of fuel. So it would have been that. Which interestingly I raised actually as a fault. I did one of those raise a ticket on the Parallel 42 website the other day. Raised it as an issue. And I said effectively it's like, here, yeah, this is a way to fix it. And I got this response which really annoyed me. So I put this: when using the Fenix and setting up custom views within chase plane, if you have engines on, it kills the jet entirely, shuts down all engines, and they cannot be turned back on again unless you go into the EFB and click ready. But it also resets the jet, so it resets all of your fuel, and it is about 6,500 or so kilograms it resets it to. And that's what's happened. So it was all, yeah, well and good. And then I got this really dismissive response, which I thought was pretty poor. Not thanks for raising the bug, we will look into it, just the current release of chase plane is experimental. That's it. Which I thought for customer service is pretty despicable. Given that as well I was a paying customer. I didn't get sent Parallel 42 Flow Pro or anything, or chase plane for free. I purchased it on my own back. But yeah, it's a pretty bad response, isn't it? Very dismissive. Rather than a, ooh, that's actually quite helpful, let me try and replicate that. Oh yeah, that's actually a really serious bug that's going to affect the experience of our product. We'll work on a fix. Thanks for bringing it to our attention. But instead it was just effectively just telling me to shut up and go away. That's how it came across. Or I don't know. What do you guys think? That's how it came across. Basically, like, shut up and go away, which I wasn't particularly pleased to read. Maybe I should do a video on it. Classic Sim Pilot, I've got a similar response from them as well. I've not been impressed with their service after the sale either. No, it's like, I've got your money now, go away. I'm doing it on my own time. It's disappointing, isn't it? Because until that email came through, I thought very, very highly of Parallel 4.2. I thought some of the stuff like chase plane they were making were really, like really groundbreaking. Parallel 4.2. It's great to have that now back in the sim. Jeez, Centurio. Last week I had rampers at Newark over-fuel me by £4,200. That was a fun call. How could they get it that wrong? Christ. I'm going to do another direct to... Maybe we should start outing these things more vocally, Classic Jet Sim Pilot. Let's see the screenshot that some of you guys are talking about. Let's try and find it. Osprey 550, nice. Ah, that's a cool one. Oh, that's me! That's a great screenshot. Ah, that's epic. An Osprey overtake. That's a superb screenshot, love that. So flight level 310 down to 260. I'm going to aim for 180. Or is it at or above? At or above 230, below 260. So I'm going to set that. 230, and we're going to go direct to Dana. Do another direct 2 just to get ourselves sequenced a bit better. Hopefully to help you out, Jake, as I've undertook, overtook to the left and the right. And I don't want to scupper your approach, mate. VATSIM radar's a mess. Fort Lauderdale looks busy though. There are currently 14 inbound arrivals into Fort Lauderdale with 5 departures and 3 on the ground. Myself, Osprey 550 and JetBlue 379 are all estimated to arrive at the same time. What could possibly go wrong? I can't hold, that's the thing. I've really buggered my fuel situation up. Now, it'd be interesting to see how much of a penalty we get from New Sky for this as well. Probably quite a big one. Do I go direct Tiki? I might go direct Tiki. Up to 12. Oops. Destination EFB, fuel below minimum. More drag. I'm going to do direct Tiki. Haven't heard anything from Fenix about the Neos for a while, have we? Jack, nice. Parallel independent approach, eh? Get rid of the speed brake. And we'll have auto brake low, set, ready to go. Nice Orlando. That's all good. Auto ATC. Miami Center revises descend via the Tiki 4 arrival. Fort Lauderdale altimeter 3009 and no separation services provided. No worries. Got to make sure we don't crash into each other, Jack. Because we are very close to one another. There, you're over there. One of us needs to be slightly ahead. Probably should be you. In the heavy. So you can get across to 10 left nicely. About 10,000 feet, Ian. That'll be enough. Transferring over to CTAF for Fort Lauderdale. Which, yeah, as you say, is 119.3. We could pre-tune it now, though. I want this descent to be as efficient as humanly possible. And then when we get on the ground, we're going to go straight to single engine taxi in, I think, as well. And then, remind me, when we park, the first thing we're going to do, when we park at Fort Lauderdale, is I'm going to set a custom view in the Fenix, noting our fuel on board now is going to be like 2.4 tons or some 2.6 tons really. Be around about that, but we'll note the fuel then, and then we're going to set a custom view and see if that is actually what's buggered my fuel planning for today. Because I'm confident GSX would have loaded what SimBrief told it to load. I'm not going to do it now though, Jack, because it's going to brick the jet, unfortunately, and it really breaks the jet. It basically resets it to cold and dark. But it's like pressing the reset switch in like a default aircraft, so it resets your fuel back to like 6,500 kilos as well, which is, when you think about it, it's exactly what I ended up leaving with. So we'll take the new sky penalty. It's my bad. I should have checked and then rechecked. Oh, Jack's getting close. He's gone all coloured in on my TCAS. There he is, I can see him. How do you know someone's close? You can see them through the flight deck window. Crikey. What is the temperature outside here today? 28 degrees. Crikey, it's so hot. It's probably about 40 degrees in this flight sim room at the moment. Should get like a little air conditioner for it. Ian, I know. Flight Sim Pilot, how do I add screenshots to ElevateX? So in ElevateX, in the settings cog, there's a tab that says Preferences, and then click the screenshots menu, and you can then basically ask it to monitor where your screenshots get saved, so that it automatically populates when you're flying in, when you set your screenshots. Afternoon, Darren. Welcome. Is that simulated in that? Is that the FS Reborn one, Centurion? How is it? I haven't got a copy of it, but I'm tempted to try and get my hands on it. Where is the Hard Rock? I'm not sure. Yeah, I've got no idea where the Hard Rock is. I see it off to my right on approach. How close? What sort of range? Are we talking like a couple of miles, or is it going to be more in the distance? Oh, the hotel. I can see it on Google Maps, I think. Has it got like a big weird squiggly pool? In Broward Gardens. Or the neighbourhood of Davy. We shall find out. Local pressure. What was it? QNH 3009. Lovely job. Shall look out for it, Jay. So I think MKStudios aren't the only ones that have developed this Fort Lauderdale scenery. I think, is it Latin VFR made one years ago? Very average, I think, in comparison. I haven't checked out this one though. The screenshots of what I've looked at on the Control website, they look very good. Jack, yeah, no worries, mate. Where is he? Crikey, he's close. Epic, Darren, that's going to be cool. You getting on to MSFS 2024, mate? Where's he gone? Any second now. He's so close. Keep it going down to 5. Yeah, I'm going to change to CTAF now, to be fair. 19.3. Seatbelts on. Cool. We're going to use Tiki as my reporting point. Although bunker actually is all the way there, so I'll report at Banty.
Fort Lauderdale traffic on 57 approach, runway 10 right, 35 miles out, 5,000 Fort Lauderdale traffic on 57
Fort Lauderdale traffic on Stefan right, miles for landing, runway 10 right.
Fort Lauderdale traffic, Spur Wings 165, A321, altimeter 3009, inbound Banty, expecting the ILS 10 right. We'll report final, Fort Lauderdale. Parallel approach, what? $10,000. Lights, signs, that's all good. Fuel status, not so good, but we've got enough. And we'll get rid of the music. What do you mean, night shadow? What sort of features? Not quite sure which one it'd be.
10 left, 30 track miles to go. Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale traffic, frontier 227 from bunker, reducing motion is 1909. Full approach.
Fort Lauderdale,
4,000.
traffic on base 598, landing runway 10 right.
Fort Lauderdale traffic, JetBlue 379 is
Let's
about
see.
40 miles to northeast. We're going to be expecting the ILS runway 10 left. Fort Lauderdale.
Wants a little bit more drag. I'm not going to give it though. I'm going to let it be speedy for this first bit. Sort itself out. Binos. How long to go? Fuck off. Jack, you're very close. Making me nervous. Oh, I'm not sure, Night Shadow, actually. You'd probably have to use like an AI program, but I'm not sure if anyone does anything like that.
598, located runway 10 right, Fort Lauderdale traffic.
.3009, 3009. Right, missed approach for 10 right is climbed to 800 feet, then climbing right turn to 2000 on a Fort Lauderdale VOR radial of 155 degrees outbound to Ulcers, intercept 15 DME Fort Lauderdale and hold.
Fort Lauderdale, traffic was left right, taxi.
If you go direct Beza,
5, Tango 8.
Jack, that might be a better. I'm not sure if you're just fighting heading mode or not. Smashing the lateral distance though is looking pretty good. Fuel on board below 3 ton. Oh, squeaky bum. We're going to get so heavily penalised by New Sky, it's insane. You've gone direct Wara. Wara? Oh, actually, you're on a different approach, aren't you? Let me find that. 10 left. Oh Christ, yeah. 10-mile final, nice.
Fort Lauderdale traffic on 1 way right.
Formation flying. We go direct VSAT. All managed. Approach mode's activated now. So there should be now pretty good positioning for myself and Jack, who's there. LS mode. Hello.
Hi, Captain. The cabin is now secure for landing.
Top. Final check. Lights and silence. Should probably have had an open door policy the entire time. Let's get rid of them. Beza is our 14-mile final, so we get closer to that.
Fort Lauderdale traffic, southwest 3363, fully established runway 10 left.
5 miles, go back to
7 miles.
managed mode. Got the field in sight.
Traffic, right.
There's Jack. There's Jack. Okay, heading mode, approach. Oh, glide slope and localizers captured. And Fort Lauderdale traffic, Spirit Wings 165's Beza 4000 odometer 3009 is now established ILS runway 10 right to land 15 miles.
Fort Lauderdale traffic, W379 is on a 10-mile downwind runway 10 left. We're going to be doing the ILS 10 left, Fort Lauderdale.
Howdy. Speed check, flat 1. On the glide. Ground spoilers armed. 13-mile final. Autopilot 2.
Fort Lauderdale traffic, Delta 1334, 25 west of the field, inbound remain and right. Over 40 southwest of Lauderdale.
Speed checked. Flaps 2. Just on the limiting speeds. Looking out for the Hard Rock Hotel, which is probably that. Oh, there it is. They've actually put it in. Look at that. That's cool.
Fort Lauderdale traffic, 5227, Fort down, Foxtrot, Juliet, Tango 8.
I don't know, Vivian.
2,500.
Gear down. 8 miles. Let's do 160 till 4 DME. Is down 3 green. And we'll go for full flap. There's the Hard Rock Hotel that they've put in. Actually looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I mean, they didn't do the bit around the edge of it by the looks of it, but that you can't mistake.
Fort Lauderdale traffic southwest 3363, vacated 10 left, Fort Lauderdale.
2000 is our missed approach altitude. Landing memos no blue.
Fort Lauderdale traffic osprey 2172, overhead east 9200, expecting the ILS, runway 10 right. Report established. Fort Lauderdale traffic.
There's the hotel. 3, there we go, 2, 1. Screenshot. Final approach speed. Look at that. I mean, it looks well cool. Look at that.
Approaching 1.
Fort Lauderdale traffic
right.
experience 165 short final 10 right. Five control.
Fort Lauderdale traffic, steering correction W379, turning base runway 10 left, Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale traffic, Delta 1334, southwest 10 mile final, runway 10.
100 above.
Fort Lauderdale.
This looks much cooler than an approach into Miami, doesn't it?
Minimum
And
200.
there's that like runway arrestor system there. Looking ahead.
50, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
Fenix A321 is such a floater.
5.
Reverse.
Fort Lauderdale traffic,
Green.
W379, 13 mile final, ILS runway 10 left, Fort Lauderdale.
Ah. The runway markings look
Auto
superb.
brake off.
Manual brakes.
900 meter.
I'm looking for that bridge. Here's the bridge. Reverse idle. Very stuttery. Very cool bridge. Let's unclick that. They look like the things from Star Wars over there. Fort Lauderdale traffic, Spirit Wings 165 is vacating Juliet 9 left Juliet. This looks very cool.
Fort Lauderdale traffic, Delta 1334.
Look at that for a view. Woohoo! That looks properly cool. Look at that. They've actually got the road network underneath as well. Totally guessing where I'm turning. Nailed it. Flaps up. Ground spoilers disarmed. Landing lights off. Strobes off. Nose lights to taxi. Runway turn off lights off. Yellow electric pump on. APU starts. Oh, this is a really big bridge. This is really strange. Look at that. Like both sides. And you've got the highway the other side, look. Pretty cool.
Fort Lauderdale traffic, punch at 390 ml on a runway 10 right, Fort Lauderdale.
Maybe you start. And they've even, look, textured the wall precisely for the bridge. Can't even see where I are. There we go, just make sure we're steering straight. Pretty cool. Very impressive.
Fort Lauderdale traffic, JetBlue 1079 is on the 5 mile final, runway 10 left, Fort Lauderdale.
Got a 1334, it's Jay. Oh, there's a big old hole in the, don't know what we hit then. Big old bump. They put loads of little features in the background, like the big antenna in the backdrop there as well, looking pretty cool. VATSIM's looking a bit hairy. Oh, he's going around.
Fort Lauderdale traffic, Delta 1334 going around.
AP bleed. Engine 2 off. I'm going to go right and right. I do like the new menu with the pictures and things. They look quite cool, don't they? For the like airline operators and ground handlers.
Fort Lauderdale traffic, Osprey T 472 established on the ILS 10 nautical miles, runway 10 right, Fort Lauderdale.
So where are we at? 2,600 kilos of fuel. Jeez. Surprised no ATC dived online, given the amount of traffic flying in at the minute. What stand have I selected? That one there. Golf 9. Jolly good. That's all set. Definitely getting some stutters.
Fort Lauderdale traffic, punch at 390 mile runway 10 right, Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale traffic, JetBlue 679 off the runway 10 left, Fort Lauderdale.
Shouted at me. Too fast. Oh look, these are cool GSX VDGS things. Look at that. Oh, is that new? Is that null aero? I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's cool.
Fort Lauderdale traffic, JetBlue 679, taxiing to parking via Tango.
Fort Lauderdale traffic, Osprey 2472, 3 nautical miles short final, runway 10
Brakes.
right, Fort Lauderdale.
2,600 kilograms of fuel.
Osprey 9032 is 6 miles off 10 right,
Beacon off. You parked a bit short. I stopped when you told me to. Cheeky buggers. So we'll spot some landings while we can real quick.
Fort Lauderdale 55, 10 north, left downwind runway 10.
Oh, look at that. There's 3 on 3 on final. Hard rock in the background.
Fort Lauderdale traffic, Delta 1334, generating downwind for runway 10 right, downwind midfield, Delta 1334.
Whoever's in the A340 has got his work cut out for him. He's down. Right up his chuff. Osprey 2472. It will land after. Oh, look at that. Oh. He's still going. Nailed it. What a touchdown. A340. Stalling its way in. Top John, welcome. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. Steve, good to see you. Welcome. Ta-da. He's down. Shall we whiz over there real fast?
Fort Lauderdale traffic, Osprey 2472.
Do a quick check.
Runway. Taxi into the gate.
That's everyone. Let's do my experiment to see what caused our fuel mismatch. So we're gonna go. I don't know. Let's custom view down here. There's Centurio. So it's 2,000 something kilos, wasn't it? So we'll set a view here. Chase plane. Well, actually, before we do, let me just quickly close New Sky. Oh, okay, we didn't get a penalty for it, so I'm happy with that. Challenging conditions, average touchdown. We are so lucky to have got away with that. Right, so in here, cameras. We're going to go create. Rear left wing. I didn't really do it that time. It's because you're watching. I've got no idea then. That's mega strange. That was going to be my theory anyway. Right, let's check out the airport. We're gonna zoom out here as fast as we can. Check out the hard rock. So that's what you get to see on approach as you fly on in. They've only put the big guitar bit in, look, but the hotel to the left where the helipad is, they haven't got that done. Except for the helipad, ironically. So it looks like you can land on the helipad. Lots of stutters. We've got in the background Fort Lauderdale. The thing is, they've done bit of work on the other side as well, so let's venture out this way.
55 base 10 left. We have the traffic way out there.
Sounds like a fighter jet's doing circuits. Because this whole section is coastline, right? Stretching all the way down, then you got Miami further down. Just spotted another feature they've put in there. Let me just slow the camera down. So we've got here a load of ships. Big sort of cargo port. The airport itself, look at that, it looks phenomenally good, doesn't it? Where would the cruise terminal be, Jay? It's this, right? That's not been done. This would have been the cruise terminal here. Some ships. Jeez, the size of those ships. I'd never do a cruise, I couldn't think of anything worse. I could not. Some of them can take like 3-something thousand people. There's the Royal Caribbean logo on that bit. Some of them can take like 1,000 people. I just, no. Not my cup of tea. Can still see the Hard Rock up there. Big cargo facility down below, look. Nice to see they've actually put the road network in as well, look, with the animated cars that you get in MSFS, reading the roads almost correctly, not perfectly, because it's just some of it's generic cars that can't really be scripted that well. Without specifically putting them in as animations, but they've put all of the road networks in that go around the perimeter, which is very nice. A little bit of detail on the outside as well. You've got these big electrical cables as well, all the power lines. Then you've got over here. We'll have a look at the road as well. See if we can get under the tunnel. Yeah, look, they go all the way up there. Christ. Look at this. They've got like a little port thing. Little shipping dock. So yeah, this is quite cool, isn't it, so far? There's the airport at the backdrop as well. Terraforming looks phenomenally good. What else have we got?
Fort Lauderdale 55 base 10 left.
Eyes down again. Electricity substation.
Fort Lauderdale traffic, Delta 1334, clear runway 10 right. Fort Lauderdale.
I think that is the last kind of key feature on this side, on the outside. 1.93 G. You don't agree with the Fenix, do you? No GSX. Right, let's take the road. And let's see if we can get underneath this bridge. Get rid of this. Go away, GSX. Through the intersection. Ramp only. Ah, I thought it'd be quite cool if they'd let us go in. We chanced it. Still though, very cool. Look how much effort they've put into this. Got the little train there as well, the cargo train. I mean, this bit of terraforming here would have taken so much time, all the placement of this, especially to get it precise. Look at that. Top end of the airport runway.
10 miles, sorry, 20 miles, ILS, 10 miles.
So, let's check out this bit of the airport, shall we? I love this car park, very nicely done. Now sometimes MK Studios put interiors in. Just punch in, none there. Go through the door. Okay, oh okay, we do have some. No internals for check-in. As you say there, MPS. So you got the bits here around the gate areas where you park, which I'm personally a fan of. I think that's, if you're going to put the attention to detail in anywhere, that's where it should be. So like when we looked at the Orbx Atlanta by contrast at the start of today's journey, they didn't go to this level of effort for the airside sections, but yeah, MK Studios, look, you can go right through, have a little look. You've got the glass textures looking really cool. These are the bits that you can see as you're parking your jets up at various points around the airfield. So for me, that's where the detail's going to be. The apron textures here look phenomenal as well. Look at that. Very, very nice. Very different interior to this one, look. Different layout, different shops. Where have we parked? We've parked on to the side, haven't we? Terminal 3. Sun Country Airlines, another. Yeah, no internal bit. This one. And then Terminal 4. Spirit, which is obviously no more. That's alright. The concrete looks fantastic as well. Look at this. Very cool. So what have we got? Let's go round to the other terminals. We'll whiz over the apron here towards the tower.
Fort Lauderdale.
The apron looks so meticulously created, doesn't it?
10 miles, ILS 10 left.
There's Centurio. I think that's where you parked, isn't it, mate? Shelter, where the posh people go. The thing is, most of the MK Studios airports these days are very good standard, aren't they? They're very high standard and reasonably priced, which is quite nice. Big maintenance section here. They've even just come out here. You can see the VOR. And then they put like a custom thing there where the wall is. Very cool. And then they've even put the big intersection in further up. And is that a fire trainer? What is that? What is that? Is that another private jet facility? With the little things so they don't get wet, bless them. That's their little cotton socks. It is. Imagine being so rich you're too scared to get a bit wet if it's raining. Love it. Palm trees and stuff look cool as well. Let's look at some of the license plates below the tower then. To see how we get on with some of these. Cause, yeah, they've got Florida plates. There you go.
5 miles, ILS 10 left.
Yeah, it certainly looks like they do. The tower structure looks good, and they've put an interior in it.
Fort Lauderdale Tower is now officially open south. And who is the southwest on the final?
3492.
Tower 3492, Fort Lauderdale Tower 112013, goes 26 and 10 left line.
Clear land 10 left.
Fort Lauderdale Towers just missed all the traffic. Cool if that was animated. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it, Jay? Is that a cruise ship in the distance? So, I'm not sure if that's global shipping. Let me just have a quick... Oops. Well, I suspect it's global shipping AI. I will have a little look. Tampa, Orlando, Fort Lauderdale. Crane ship, LPG carrier, container ship, bulk carrier, LPG carrier, and a drill ship. So it might be that they've actually... Oh yeah, no, that's global shipping AI, which I absolutely love, as you guys know. In fact, all of those ships out there are global ships. Seafront Simulations global shipping AI. That though, Harbour Link. Crane ship, LPG, and a container ship. That's neither. There's one. There's two. There's three. So it looks like that is put in by MKStudios. That cruise ship there. That's global shipping AI from Seafront Simulations, as is that one. And that one is put in by MKStudios as well, I suspect. But I'm not 100% sure. Look at that, got the Embraer maintenance facility, cargo. There's loads.
3492, welcome to Fort Lauderdale, taxi straight ahead of the ramp.
Now the big one. Let's go to night time. Look at this. Yeah, the cruise terminal would have been good. That looks great. I mean, look how fantastic MSFS 2024 looks at night time. That's downtown Miami further back. The cityscape looks rubbish, but the night lights look amazing. What about the Hard Rock? Ah, they've put the... Let me go real dark, just in case you can't see it on your screens. Look at that! Oh, that's proper cool. Yeah, I like that. That's wicked. This is really good. Let's bring ourselves right down towards the apron a bit. Is it Euroscope, David? Oh, let me go back. Hold on. Hey Wesley. How you doing, lad? Where's the tower? There it is. Tower looks great, look at that. The night lighting. Just slow the drone speed down quite considerably. Is it Euroscope? No. When you compare Atlanta versus Fort Lauderdale, this is far more polished. Atlanta is yet to be released, so hopefully it'll be a bit more polished on release. Yeah, I would agree. I think there's a lot of gaps, isn't there, on the Atlanta scenery. But this MKStudios Fort Lauderdale looks superb. Really like it. I'm glad we landed on 10 right for this big kind of bridged extension. And at night time, how good does that look? Very cool. Things Atlanta looks very nice at night time, but it's when you look closely with the AI generated like labels and things for the screens. I think that's just really kind of poor laziness on the developer's part, really putting that sort of stuff into a scenery. Especially when it's worded badly and looks a bit rubbish, it's gobbledygook. This though, totally different. And let's go inside here because this looks like it's got a very different interior to the rest of the terminals that we've explored so far. This is Terminal 4 airside. I think on release it's going to be quite important to see whether or not Orbx put in some more detail, and whether or not they put in certainly things that you folks have mentioned today that you'd kind of want to see, not least the Boeing 747 and that Delta Museum. Before you jump the gun and purchase, you know, an airside environment like this that you can see from the aircraft as you're parking up is quite key for certainly a premium airport scenery. And for Orbx not to have put that into Atlanta, I think they've really missed an opportunity there. It might be performance led, it might be because they just can't optimize it enough with everything, but you've got to try. Because I think what they've offered in the airside section is very poor for the Orbx Atlanta. This though is typical of MKStudios. It's very high quality, beautifully modelled, very nicely detailed. And they've put the effort into the places that deserve the effort. You like that? I mean, look how great that crane looks, and the car park towering away. This is what we want from a scenery, right? Cruise ships in the backdrop. So the Orbx Atlanta, I don't know if I'm confident recommending it, given that there's quite a good one available by default in MSFS 2024 already. So I'd probably say it almost looks like a custom building. I'd probably say hold your cash for the Orbx Atlanta until it's released and we can see precisely what they offer on its release. MKStudios Fort Lauderdale, however, is out now. This is bloody brilliant. This is very, very good indeed. Let's go back to daylight. Love it. Very nice. Much better than the Latin VFR Miami that we're stuck with a little further south. that's not really been patched or updated very much. This is a really nice extra location that you can jump into. Yeah, this one, big tick in the box. Orbx Atlanta, there's a big question mark over that still, in my honest opinion. There's a lot of work to do to improve that to get it suitable prior to release. Hopefully you found this video useful. Enjoyed the live stream, our flight from Atlanta to Fort Lauderdale. Ian, that was... you know what, I can't remember, mate. I'd have to have a look on the VMR. I'll take a look after the stream, mate. And I'll pop it in Discord. Or I'll put the latest one in Discord, actually, in the club lounge for the members if you want. That's easier, isn't it? And then hopefully that'll work. There we go. Hit like, hit subscribe if you've not done so already, wherever you are in the world. Hope you have a great weekend. Massive thank you to those of you who took part to fly along today. And Orbx for sending me a copy of their Atlanta airport scenery. Hopefully they've taken the feedback constructively and put some improvements in place for its release. But in the meantime, as always, thank you very much for watching. I'll leave you with this big, beautiful top-down stream view of Fort Lauderdale. Look at that bridge. it looks so cool. Well, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care. Have a great weekend.
Stain on the checklist page. Cold rain, crosswinds, runway shivers and frozen haze. Push back, nose light, marshal waving us from the gate. Left turn, long night chasing sunrise ahead of our plane. We're Osprey Airways in the hole, carving circles in the sky. To Hong Kong, draw our stories way up high, through thunder, over Tampa, over fjords covered in ice. British Ave Geeks team awake on another immersive flight. Clearing weather with offset tracks. Westbound, Dateline, cabin dreaming on window views. Desert, monsoon, Africa under our wings. Snowy fields, June gloom. Every cloud brings the future in. We're Osprey Airways in the hole, carving circles in the sky. From Manchester down to Cape Town, sketch our map where contrails fly. Through sun above Mauritius, over towers lit at night. British Ave geek screens all glow on another global flight. Real words, real community, in a sim-lit room, we land together in the flight sim world. We're Osprey Airways in the hole, carving circles in the sky. From Perth to Rio, chasing daylight as it dies. Through headwinds into Tokyo, over London washed in light. British Ave Geeks voices rise on another perfect flight.